Hello guys, welcome to my this video, and in this JavaScript tutorial here I will show you how you can create this header. And the JavaScript here I use for this drop down menu, you can see here. So I have written the custom JavaScript code and I will explain how you can create this custom drop down menu. So if I click this currency drop down, this is currency drop down, you can see here USD. So the drop down is open, and if I click again, so it will be hide. And if I click this language drop down, so same way it will be open, and again if I click, I mean when it's already open, so then if I click, so it will be hide. So this header I will do, and the drop down menu also. And guys, before that I had already made this banner slider, and this here is the countdown date, you can see, for best selling product, testimonial slider, everything I have done in my previous tutorial. Footer design, this partner slider, you can see here. So if you want to add this design in your project, so I will provide the link in description, so you can watch my previous tutorial, you can add this code also. Okay, so here just I will create this header, and I hope you will be enjoyed this video. So guys, if you find this video is helpful, so please like this video, and you can subscribe my channel also, then you will get more update. So now for making this header part, I will open my Visual Studio Code editor. So guys, here you can see I have opened index.html file and style.css. so here you can see I have already written some code. So this code is for the previous design which I already created in previously, and that link I will provide in your description. So you can watch my these videos, and you can add this design in your project also. So that is the design, and the header I will create above all the design. Okay, so that's why the code for header I will write in the index, that is before all the code. So here is the banner, you can see, and the banner is this one. So above the banner the header will be there, so that's why I will start to write code from here. And in the style here, body is common, and containers, this one is the common class, because these containers I use all the section, so that is common class. So just apart from this two class, I will write the code for header from here. So first of all, here I will write a tag that's called header. Okay, so here if you can write section or div also, but HTML5 provide us header tag. Okay, so the I mean just the above, I mean before the section, that's we called header, and the end of this section we called it footer. So HTML5 provide us header tag and footer tag separately, but this is used similar like section. Okay, so here I will use header tag, but if you want, then you can use section tag or also. But the benefit of header tag is when any other developer will work on your project, so that time he can understand that this is the header part, then that's why you have written inside this header tag. Okay, so that is the benefit actually. So header, and now here I will write a class that is containers. Here I will write the class name is container. Okay, and inside this class I will create two row, so call md4. This is the bootstrap class, so before column here I have to be write row. Okay, so row is most important when we are dividing into a column. Without row it will not be work perfectly. Okay, so row, and inside this row here is the column, and same way I will copy this one and I will write here 8. So this is the bootstrap class, these are bootstrap class. Okay, so if you want to add column row, so you have to be add bootstrap before that. So I already shown in my previous tutorial, so I already have added bootstrap css cdn link, and my previous tutorial I had provided this link also. Okay, so you can watch my previous tutorial. If you don't know how to use bootstrap, then you can watch. Okay, so these are the bootstrap class. So this class name you have to be write the same name. Okay, you cannot change the name. I hope it's clear. And now I will add the design for this header first of all. So header is the tag. so that's why just I will add more some space, so it will be easy. So you can say header is the tag, so that's why I'm not adding any dot or hashtag. When it's a class like banner, if I show you, you can see class banner, so banner is the class, so that time I had written dot before banner. Okay, so now header is the tag, so I didn't add anything. So now background color, background color and background both are the same thing. Okay, so I will write background, and now color is this color code. And if you suppose you don't have remember this color code, so you can just simply you can type, just also suppose you don't have remember this color code, so you have to be do one thing, just you have to be write hashtag, and after that simply just 3 letter, suppose FFF or HHA, sorry, simply 3 number you have to be write like this. Okay, any number you can write simply, just like 4, like this. So after that just you have to be hover on it, so then the color panel will be open. Okay, and then you can just drag and leave it, so the color will be automatically changed. You can do that, and but this one will be happen if you are using Visual Studio Code Editor. So this features is for Visual Studio Code Editor. Okay, so I know the color code name, so I written that one. And now here I will write the color is 7, I mean inside this header whatever the content will be there, so the color will be, that is this color code, grayish color. And now padding is 15 pixel and 0. Padding means guys inside this element, suppose this is the header, I mean this one is the header. Okay, so if I add padding, so that means inside, so header is the element, so inside this header like here and here it will be at some space, so that is the padding. Okay, and if I have written 15 pixel and 0, so that means this is the top and this one is the bottom, so top and bottom it will add the space 15 pixel, and left, I mean in the left and also the right it will be at 0 means no padding. Okay, so that is, I hope it's clear. And if I would write margin, so margin means outside, like this is the element, so if I would write margin, so it would be the outside, I mean outside this header it would add like space like this. Okay, and this I cannot view here, actually I can view the our browser like here. So now guys here this one is the done, so this header CSS is part is done, so I will save, and HTML I will save, and just here refresh. So here you can see here is the black color element is created, and now I will add the design for our hair like this one for language and the our currency drop down, I mean price code, actually you can say it price code also, so like this. So here I will write a div class language, and inside this language class here I will write that is ul and li. So under the ul, this is called unordered list, so under the ul we write li tag, and inside this li tag we can write anchor tag also. When we write anchor tag, when I will create the when I will click this content, and after clicking that the page will be redirected to any other page, so that time we write anchor tag and we pass the link, like here I will show. Suppose if I write anchor tag href, and inside this here if I write home, so when I will click this home, so it will be redirect to the home page, so that time we write anchor tag, and here we just path, we just link the home like https or like home, our page name like home.html like this one, so it will be redirect to home.html page. But here I will not redirect anywhere, I will just write a click method. Okay, so I will not write like this, so here I will write that is USD, and here I will write font awesome icon. So if you don't know how to use Fontasm icon, so you can watch my previous tutorial also. So there I had shown. It's a very simple. Just in a CSS you have to be add a CDN link that you can see I have already added, and after added CSS link it's simply done. Just then you have to be open Fontasm official site. Like same way I will open, you can see fontasm.com, the version 4.7 and the icon /icon like this. Okay, so in the previous tutorial I had provided the link also, and I had shown how to use that. And just here you will get the search bar, and just here if you didn't get the search bar, so here you have to be click this icon tab, and then you will open this icon page, and here you will get the search bar, and just here you have to be type the name, so icon name. So I have typed this carrot is this one I will use, okay, for the drop down. So here you can see I class this one, so I will copy from up to here, and just here already I had written some, so I will remove this and just I will write. So area hidden true, it's not a necessary, so I will remove that one. Okay, and now just I will save and I will show you the preview first of all. So here you can see it's showing like this. Okay, and now just here I will create the drop down menu. So inside this li tag, here I will write another class, that is deep class drop down. Okay, so inside this drop down class, here I will write the another UL and li. So first of all you have to be remember, and you have to be carefully check here, that is very important. When I will write the CSS, you can see here is the UL li, inside this li here is the sub UL and li tag. Okay, so when I will write the CSS, so it will be most important, because suppose I want to change the design this li means only the this USD content, because inside this here I will write the different currency. Sorry, this one is for language, so I will write here English. Okay, English, and here I will write English, and I will write the another one, that is Arabic. Okay, I hope it's clear. So now when I will add the CSS for this li tag, so I want to affect only this content. But guys, here when I will write language UL, this is the parent, so I will take the parent language UL and this li, so it will be affect this ULLI also, because here language is the parent class, and inside this parent class ULLI means it will denote this UL and li also. So here I can write the CSS for adding CSS only for this particular ULLI. So we can write a nearby ULLI, like, because this is the nearby UL and nearby li, like this, nearby UL and nearby li. So when I will write the CSS for this one, so I will define as a nearby UL and nearby li, like this way. Okay, so this one is the done. So I will save, and here I will refresh, so you will find the drop down menu showing like this way. After that I will add the design, but first of all I am creating the structure for that. Okay, so this is the li for one, and this parent li I will copy and paste here, and just this one I will use for currency code. So this is the USD, and here first of all I will write USD. After that here I will write euro, and another li tag here I will write, that is GBP. So this language parent UL this one, and the parent li this and this. Okay, so inside this parent li there is the another UL and another li also. So first of all I will not add the design for this li, I mean these are the child li, or you can say sub li tag. So first of all I will add the nearby ULLI, I mean this and this. Okay, I hope it's a clear. So how we can get the nearby ULLI, so that I will show you. So now I will take the parent class, this one. Okay, it's clear. And now dot, because language is the class name, so that's why I have written dot. And now UL, because this one I will add for common, because I want to add some CSS here that will be affected this UL, and inside this UL there is the sub UL, so both for I will add the CSS. So that's why I did not add anything for taking nearby. So here I will write, first of all, padding is 0 and the margin is 0, and that I explain what is the use of padding and margin. And now guys, same thing I will copy and I will write li, okay, because the parent is language, after that UL, and after that li. So now I will add the design for this li tag. So when I will write language, UL and li, so inside this language there is two UL, this one, and the same two li tag, this one and also the this one li tag. So there is the parent ULLI and child ULLI. So I want only the parent ULLI design. I mean it will be at the design for this content English. So how we can take the nearby? So just we write simply arrow here. I mean nearby UL, language nearby UL is this one, and nearby LI is this one and this one. So I can write like this way. So hope it's a clear. So first of all I will write list style type is none, and text transform is uppercase. All the CSS property I will explain also. Font size I hope you know, and the font size is 14 pixel. Font size means the content size actually. And font weight, so font weight used for making bold our content. Cursor is pointer, I mean when I will bring my cursor on this content, so I am designing for this ULLI, that means when I will bring my cursor on here, so that will be a hand icon, so that is cursor pointer. And position is relative. Position relative means suppose if we want to float two div, so that time the parent div is position relative and the child div we write position absolute. Like here this one the parent div ULLI, and inside this ULLI this is the child div. So this child div I want to make it float. In the preview I will show. So inside this parent div, this two I want to make it float, so that time this one we write relative and this div we write position absolute. So now how many CSS I have written, so I will save. And here you can see here is the dot icon. So for removing dot icon I have written list style type none. And text transform uppercase, here you can see the first letter is E capital, after that is a small letter. So if I write text transform uppercase, so that means all the letter will be capitalized. So you can see the changes, okay. So it's a clear. And now I will write display inline block. Inline block means here is the two li tag. First of all you can see this one and this one for is language, one for is price code. So two li tags contain I want to show side by side, so that's why display inline block, I mean this content will be show as a one line. And margin right, margin right means you know what is the margin, it's add space outside this element. So and it will add space right outside of this element. And the same way padding right, I hope it's a clear. Padding right also I will write 20 pixel, and the border right I will add that is 1 pixel solid. And the color code is RGB, red, green, blue. So first of all 226 comma 226 comma 226, this color code, okay. Save. And now you will find the difference like this. So this one is the done. And here you can see here the first li tag, here is the border added, and the second li tag it's the also the border is added, but I want to remove for this second li tag. Second means here is the last li tag, this one. So this one is the last li tag. So from the last li tag I want to remove this border right, I mean which I have added this border right, so that I want to show you only the first one, first li tag, not last. So what I can do right here. So just simply I will copy this thing, and here I will paste, and I want to remove the border from last till tag, so I will write last child. So all the CSS thing you have to be just remember. Okay, so border right is none, so that means from this last li tag it will be remove the border. So if I show, you will find that it's remove the border here. And now I will add the design for this icon, this caret font awesome icon, which I have added. If I open this, you can see I have added this icon. So I will add the design for this icon. Okay, so now here I will not write nearby ULLI, so I will add the design icon design for common, I mean parent ULLI and also child ULLI. So nearby syntax I will remove, and just here I will write margin left is 4 pixel and the font size is 14 pixel. This one is saved, and now refresh. So you can see icon is added space like this. Okay, so now here I will do one thing. So now after that I will add the design for our drop down. Okay, drop down means now I will add the design for this one, I mean our child. So drop down. So first of all, background color is this white color code, and border. So border I will write 1 pixel solid, and the color code is I will write RGB format, red, green, blue, and the color I will write this color code which I previously added here also. So same color code I have added. And the border radius, here is the new thing, border radius 4 pixel. That means it will make our element corner round, and position is absolute. So I already said the parent, if you want to float any div, so the parent div we write position relative, and child div we write position absolute. So parent, this ULLI was my parent, you can see, and inside this parent li, here is the child is the drop down class. So that's why ULLI I had written relative, you can see, and the child, this is drop down, I have written position absolute. So that time I can make it float that div. And here is the very important CSS property, that is jet index. When we float our div, so that time we just write the CSS property jet index for showing how much it will be floated like this. And the padding I will write 10 pixel, and when we float any div, so we have to set the position from where the div will start to float. So top is 36 pixel, and I mean from top 36 pixel it will start to float. And this drop down element width I will write this one, and the text align is center, I mean whatever the content, I mean content means these are the content. If I open this one, so these are the content, so it will start from center. Okay, so I will again minimize this one, so it will be easy to understand. So save and refresh. So you can see drop down is showing like this way. Okay, so the another CSS property here I will add. Now this is drop down, then UL, and then li. So now I will add the CSS for, suppose if I open this one, so this drop downs UL li. Okay, so for that I will add the CSS. So now first of all, the same thing, list style type none, because I don't want to show this dot, because by default in the with the li tag it's come dot before the element. And the border bottom is 1 pixel solid, and RGB the same color code. Okay, and the padding is 4 pixel and 0, that means top and bottom 4 and left and right is 0. And now transition all 0.3s and is. Why I have added transition? Because when I will hover on this drop down ULLI, I mean USD, Euro, GBP, and if I show the preview, I mean this one, when I will hover on this one, so it will be added some hover effect, like I will change the color, like anything. So that's why it will, hover effect will be smoothly, so that's why I have added transition. Okay, so if I refresh, actually I forgot to save, so first of all I have to be save and then refresh. So save and now refresh, so you can see it's changed. Okay, and now the same thing, the last li tag, the border bottom is added, so I will remove the border bottom from last li tag. So that means it's a last child, also same way. So I will light this one and last child, and the border bottom is none, like this. Okay, this one. So you will find it's remove border bottom from last li tag, like this. So I hope it's a clear. And now I will add the hover effect. When I will hover on this, so it will be add the effect. So now here I will just copy this thing and paste and write hover. So just simply I will change the color, and the color is this orange color. So save and now refresh. So here I am hover on it, so you can see the color is changed. Okay, so this one is the done, and I hope it's very clear to you. So now for the column 4 I have added the design part, and now I will add the design for our column 8. I mean, there was the social media icon, login button, this. So for the column 8 I will start to write code. So first of all here I will write div class, and div class is social menu. So the class name, which is not a bootstrap class, material class, here I am using bootstrap class, so which is not a bootstrap class, so that time class name you can write as per your choice. This is not a mandatory. Okay, but if you are using bootstrap class, so that time you have to be write the same class name which is coming from bootstrap. After that you can modify if you want. So now you will li, and inside this you will li, just I will write the anchor tag. So here I am writing anchor tag, because when I will just click on this, so that time I want to redirect. Like here I will add Foundation icon. So Foundation icon is I class, then fa is for font and a is for awesome. So when we write Foundation, so fa is must, and after that the icon class. So here I will write the Facebook icon, so I will write fa and then Facebook. So I had remembered this icon name, so I didn't search from Foundation official site. But if you if you don't know the icon class name, so you can simply go to Foundation icon site, then you can click this icon tab, and after that you will get the search bar, and just here you can type Facebook, so you will find the Facebook icon like this. So if I open this one, so you will find the same class name which I have added, and the area hidden too, it's not necessary, so I did not add here. So this one, and anchor tag, because when first of all I will show you the preview, so it will be clear. So you can see this one, so this one. So when I will click this Facebook icon, so it will be redirect to the Facebook account of this owner of this site, or you can add any other your business Facebook account, like anything you can add here. So that site will be redirect. Like if I copy this link and inside this anchor tag if I paste, so you will find when I will click this Facebook icon, so it will be redirect to our Foundation site. So if I refresh and if I click, so you can see it's redirect to our Foundation site. But here I will not redirect Foundation site, here we should redirect Facebook account. So you can just Facebook account link you can provide here instead of that, but here I will not add any Facebook account link. So just here I will not keep it blank also. Okay, because if I keep it blank, so if I click here, so you can see it's reloading, but it's a blank, so it's just landing on this same page. So that's why here I will write JavaScript and colon void parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis 0 and then semicolon. So now what will be happen, save, and refresh. So now if I click this Facebook icon, so it's not reloading or not redirecting anywhere, because I don't know the Facebook link, so that's why I have written like this way. So now it's clear. And now I will copy the same li tag and just I will change the icon. So first one I will write, second one I will write Instagram, and again I will copy this one, and after that it's one I will change to Twitter, and after that Instagram. Okay, so Twitter, Instagram, and now the another I will write, that is Google Plus. So Google Plus, this one. So save, and now if I refresh, so you will find it's showing like this. And also I will create the login button. So same I will copy, because when I will click the login button, so that time here it will redirect anywhere, it may redirect any page, login page. So I will write the same anchor tag, but instead of icon here I will write login like this, and I will add the class here, that is login. Okay, because in this login class I will make it button, because in the by default if I refresh, you will find it's a only text. So by this class name login I will add the design and I will make it into a button. So it's a done. And now I will add the design for first of all ul, li, then anchor tag, then I tag. So I will copy the parent of whole of this ul, li, that is social menu, and now here I will paste. Okay, so first of all I have to be add dot, then paste, because it's a class name. And now ul, first of all, so ul here I will write, that is padding is none, and also the margin is none. So padding is 0, I will not write none, I will write 0. Okay, and margin is 0. So ul is done, and inside this ul there is the li tag also. So li, because you can see again I will show ul, then li, then anchor tag, then I tag. So I will add the design for li tag. So here just I will write, that is border right is I will write here first of all border right none, not none here. First of all here I will write, that is like display inline block, and this after that here I will write margin. So margin left is 14 pixels. So let's check it first of all how it's looking like. So it's okay, it's now looking better. You can see it's now looking like this. Okay, and now here I will add 16 pixels, so it will be looks more better. So here you can see it's now looking more better. And this content is start from left, because the 4 grid column it's ending here, and the 8 grid column is starting from here to here. But all this content I will start from right. So how can do that? I will go to HTML, and just here is the bootstrap class, that is text right. So if I write text right class in the parent, so parent is, you can write here also or here also. So if I write parent text right, so all the content it will start from right side, you can see. So now I will add the design for this anchor tag. So just here I will copy and paste an anchor tag. Okay, so first of all I will change the color, that is this color code, and now text decoration is none, and the transition I had set why we use. So transition is all 0.3s and is. Okay, so text decoration none means when we write anything inside this anchor tag, so if I hover, so you can see it's coming a underline by default. So for removing this underline we write text decoration is none, this one. Okay, so if I refresh, so you will find the design is now changed. So this is done, and now I will add the design for this login button. So for the login button, here you can see this is the class login. So just I will paste login, and first of all I will add the background color is this color, and the color is white. So if I write this one, so you will find the color is not changed. So you can see color is not changed because this anchor tag color, I mean the parent, if I show the anchor tag color, I have written this one. So if I write the parent anchor tag color is gray, and then after that I want to change the login using this class name, so it's detecting the anchor tag color which I have added here. So for that, here I have to be right, this is the important. So it's a important. So now you will find the color is changed, because you can see, because before that it was taking our parent anchor tag class which I have added for color, this one. So that's why I have written important. And now here I will write that is margin is left. So margin left is 12 pixel, and border radius, so border radius you know why we use, because already I discussed. And the transition, because when I will hover on this button, so it will be add a effect. So all 3s and is okay. So this is done, and now I will add the padding. So padding is 5 pixel for top and bottom, and 22 pixel left and right, this one. So save and refresh. So you will find the border is now looking like that. So it's a perfect. So but when I will hover on this, so I will change the background color of this button, I mean I will convert into a orange color. So I have to be add the hover effect, and when I will add the hover effect, for that the hover effect for making smoothly I have added the transition also. So now this login, and before I have to be a dot because login is the class, and now I will add the hover. So hover background is the orange color code, this one. So you will find when I will hover, so background color will be changed, you can see it's looking better. So the design part is done, and you can see it's a very simple. All the CSS property I have explained, because I know someone is the beginner on CSS, so you will think if I would write only the property name and the value, so you will find why I use that. So that's why I have explained all the thing. And now I will add the click event for this drop down. So the drop down, I mean I will go to the 4, because this is the 4 number grid, and here I have added this one. So when I will click this English, okay, that means the parent li. So when I will click here, so on click, so it's a JavaScript method on click equals to double inverted comma, and here you have to write the any method name. So suppose I will write the method name is drop, okay, but you can write instead of drop anything. And the method, because I will click, when I will click, so the drop down will be hide or show, so that's why it's a click method. So in a JavaScript we write on click, not only click, we write on click. So it's a clear now. And inside this parenthesis here I will write any value using a inverted comma, because I will pass a string value. So first of all here I will write the value is language, okay. And now I will just copy this drop, this function name, and all the HTML code. First of all I will minimize, okay, so it will be easy to go on the bottom. And this design, don't be confused, this design is for my previous one, okay. So I will minimize all the thing now. So this from here just I am starting to write script tag. So I will write script, and this. okay, like this. So now here I have to be write function. Function is the keyword. You cannot change this keyword name, so this one you have to be write function and drop. And guys, if I show inside this drop parenthesis, so first of all I will also minimize this column 8 and also this li tag. Okay, so now I will add the design for only language. So inside this drop function parenthesis I have passed a string value, that is language. So here I have passed a value, that is language. So for that, here we cannot keep it blank, so for here I have to be pass also a name, and by this name this value will be passed. So here I can write, that is any name I can write, so I will write value. So now the value in this value parameter, and it's called parameter. Okay, we cannot say here I have passed value, you have to be say it's a parameter. If I hover, so you can see this is the parameter value any. Okay, it's called parameter. So by this parameter it will be passed this value, that is language. Okay, so now if I write console dot log and this value, so in this value parameter I am passing this language. Okay, so now if I console dot log value, so that means when I will click this language English drop down, so in the console it will be print language because I passed language. So now I open console, and now if I click this one, so I think I forgot to save, so I will save this one, and here it's a save, so I have to be refresh. So refresh, and now if I click, so you can see I'm getting language, right? This is, I hope it's clear. So now I will do just here I will write id equals to language. So indirectly if I write language, the same value which I pass in this method, so same value if I write the id name, so that means when I will click this li tag, so indirectly I am getting the id name because I have passed the id name language and also the value is language. So indirectly I am getting the id name, that is language. Okay, it's a clear I think. So now what I will do, first of all here this id I will take, because first of all the drop down will be height, so this language id I will take, and just this is id, so I will write hashtag, because when it's a class, for denoting class we write dot, and when it is id for denoting this is id we write hashtag. So hashtag, and first of all I will write display is none, that means this will be height. If I refresh, so you can, okay, because HTML I forgot to save, so now save, and if I refresh, so you will find this one is height, because here I have written that is language id and the id is display none, so it will not be display our drop down menu. Okay, so now when I will click this li tag, so I am getting this language value, and this language value is the same is the name of this id. So I will do one thing in the JavaScript, here I will write, and this id, I mean this language I am getting by this value parameter. So here I will write document dot get element by id, and in the id is value, because in this value parameter I am getting the value is language, and the language is the name of our id also. So that means indirectly I am getting the id name, so that id name I am passing here value dot display, sorry here I have to be right style, so style dot display equals to block. Okay, inverted comma and then block. So this is perfect. So what will be happen if I refresh, so you will find when I will click it's a open, because when I'm clicking I'm getting the value in the here, and the in the id I'm getting the value, and the value means here I have passed language, and language is also our id name. So actually I'm getting our id name, and id I'm doing here style dot display block. Block means it's showing, Okay, but here I have to be write a condition, another condition, that is when it's a already open. So again if I click this one, so it will be hide also. So for that here I have to be write a if condition. If this document dot get element by this one, it's already block, I mean it's already open, so that time I will do it none. So I will write and I will do it none. I mean if it is already open, so I have to be hide, because you can see it's when it's already open, so when I will click it again, so I have to be hide. So that condition I have written. If it's already open, so that time it will be hide, but in the else part, I mean if it is not open, so that time I have to be write it block. Okay, so I hope it's clear. So refresh. So now first of all it's not open, that means it will comes our else part, because you can see when it is blocked, so it will be none, and when it's not blocked, that means it will comes our else part. So if I click, so it's not opening. So here, okay, here I have to be write double equals to, because I have to be check it equals to block, I mean same like block or not. Okay, so I have to be write here double equals to means I have assigned the value. I'm not assigning the value here, I'm assigning value here. I'm just here checking if it is blocked, so I have to be write double equals to, because it will check it's similar like block or not. If I would write here equals to, that means here just I'm assigning value here, but I'm not assigning, I'm just checking here. So double equals to, and now you will find it will be work. So refresh, and now if I click, you can see it's opening. So when it's already open, that means it's a if condition, because it's a block, so it will be none. Okay, like this. So here if I click again, so you can see it's showing and it's hiding, you can see. I hope it's a very simple way. Okay, I also every time I try to explain very simple way. So here same thing, just I will copy this one, and for the currency drop down same thing I will do. So just this li I will open, and the currency drop down here I will pass, and here I will write price code, and the same thing just id name I will be changed here, that is price code, and this id in the css I will write display none. So it's a same for language and price code. So here I will not write separate line, just I will add comma and this one. So that means for language and price code it will be display none. So if I refresh, so you will find first of all it's none. If I click, it's open, hide. If I click here, it's open and hide. So it's very simple, guys. You can see it's open, hide, and it's also open, hide. So I hope it's clear and you have enjoyed this video. So if you find this video is help to you, so guys, please subscribe my channel and also press the notification bell icon to get more update.